Hey folks, Dr. Brad Semp here, the host of the Busyness TV show. This is the show dedicated to helping you to unbusy yourself. I'm the Busyness Doctor and I'm glad to be here with you. This episode is brought to us by Email for Busy People. Email for Busy People is a course that teaches you exactly how to get yourself out of the daily grind of managing your email inbox. So check them out right now at emailforbusypeople.com. Now today we have a very special episode focused on email. Email is the single largest cause of busyness in today's society. So we're going to tackle it head on. The first segment is called 247 billion. I'll get into that in that segment. The next segment is, are you an email addict? We're going to look at that question. And then I'm going to talk about how to outsource your email. It's now time for our Buck the System segment. This is a segment in which we take a look at real life examples and people who are taking non-standard actions to produce extraordinary results. These are people that do not follow the herd and instead they find a better way of doing something. And rather than following the herd or following society, they carve out their own little niche, their own little process, their own little way of doing something to produce better results. Now, what I'd like to talk to you about today is email. Did you know that every day 247 billion, yes, that's billion with a B, 247 billion emails are sent worldwide each and every day. And a little piece of that action is ending up in your email inbox. And therefore it's cluttering your mind. It is causing you have to think about emails, whether you're sending them or receiving them, reading them, figuring out what to do with them. Email is a socially accepted thing, right? We all are involved with email. Even children nowadays are picking up email addresses. Email is what happens at corporations, or if you're an entrepreneur or small business owner, where you're sitting there at your computer doing work, which is simply spending upwards of hours handling email. Well, I challenge you. Is there a better way? In fact, I know there's a better way because back in 2008, I did a little time study and found out that with my actions, I was spending over 2 hours and 20 minutes per day in my email inbox and related actions. So I designed a system that would circumvent that, get me out of that daily grind of email management. Today, I have over 135 email accounts, yet I spend under 30 minutes each and every day, sometimes as little as 15 minutes every day on email related actions. So what about you? What could you be doing with the time spent managing your piece of those 247 billion emails that are sent worldwide each and every day? Just because something is socially accepted as being the norm doesn't mean that it's not sabotaging your productivity, and it doesn't mean that there's not a better way of handling it. So what do you think? I'd love to hear your comments. Scroll down below and let me know how email is affecting or not affecting your life and your business. I'd love to engage with you below. Scroll down and leave me a comment. It's now time for our Factivity segment. This is a segment in which I take a look at a known fact or statistic and relate it to busyness. So today, with our focus on email, I have several statistics. So we're going to do this just a little bit different than normal. But when it comes to email, did you know that 56% of folks polled have anxiety that they cannot access email? So if they cannot access email, 56% of people responded have anxiety over that, the stress, the internal knot that's built up in their stomach. Kind of ridiculous, huh? A Rutgers University study ascertained that millions of Americans are unable to go more than 5 minutes without checking email. An online poll I saw recently that had over 7,000 respondents. I think at the time I saw it was like 7,165 respondents. 51 to 49%, 51% reported that they are addicted to email. A University of Maryland study so that email was the activity that students were least likely to give up for the week. Wow. Are you addicted to email? Are you just waiting for that ding of your Gmail account or your Outlook account or whatever you use as your email client, that ding that signals you've got mail, right? We all have been there or are there now. I know I was there back in 2008, as I mentioned in the previous segment. Email is something that most of us are addicted to, yet we do not even know it. It's something that just happens as part of our day. As I mentioned previously, it's socially accepted. It's what we do. Whether it's in life or business, email is just there. Email is email. Yep, it's part of life. We walk around with our Crackberries, our Android phones, our iPhones, right? Trying to keep up with the flow of those 247 billion pieces of digital mail that are sent worldwide each and every day. So I ask you the question, are you addicted to email? Be honest with yourself. And scroll down below. I'd love to hear from you. Let me know. Do you feel you're addicted to email? Because I know I was back in 2008. And I can clearly state today that I am not addicted any longer. And I'd love to help you eliminate your addiction if you feel you fall into that category. It's now time for our Unload segment. This is a segment in which we take a look at ways to unload the actions on your plate. Now, the load of unload stands for leverage, outsource, automation, and delegation. And it's through one of those four mechanisms that you are able to unload the tasks on your plate, to leverage what you're doing, to work with somebody else through delegation or outsourcing, as well as automating particular tasks to get more done throughout your day and take things off of your shoulders. So now, today we want to talk about email. Now, email is something that most folks say, Dr. Brad, I can't unload email. I have personal stuff in there that people they can't see. I have to reply to emails that I can't tell somebody how to respond to that. Granted, no problem. We have it handled. Because back in 2008, as I mentioned, I was spending over 2 hours and 20 minutes per day on email-related actions. In fact, one of our clients was spending over 4 hours and 10 minutes per day in his email inbox. Can you imagine if you could reclaim, let's just say, an hour per day, 30 minutes per day? Or how about our one client who reclaimed 3.5 hours per day? How much could you get done? There really is a system for managing email, for email management, for outsourcing or delegating your email inbox. Here's how it works. First, we need to have web access. We use Gmail. We have to set you up in a specific way so that you have access to your private personal email, and that's the only thing you touch, and somebody else has access to everything else. Now, you also have to communicate, kind of get inside your head and communicate to somebody how they would respond or what emails to delete, which ones to file, what they need to do with particular emails that are incoming. And we do that through an email rules template. You also need somebody to spend a few minutes a day to manage those emails. Now, you may have somebody on your team, that's great. If not, we show you exactly how to find a very low-cost email manager or email assistant, whatever you want to call that person. We show you exactly how to do it, exact steps to take. We have developed lots of tricks over the years that allow you to be kept abreast of exact emails that you want to know about, anything that's important that comes through, you know, bam. How about a text message to your phone? How about a phone call? Rather than waiting and staring at your email inbox, whether it's on your phone or computer, or just waiting for that ding of you've got mail. No longer. So, your email inbox can be outsourced. I created a system called Email for Busy People, and I invite you right now to go to emailforbusypeople.com. Watch the video that's there. Also, look for a little registration. If you want to find out more about how the system works, there's a little registration link that it opens up the opportunity for you to join us on a webinar, on an upcoming webinar where I'm going to show you more of the guts of the system. So, I challenge you to unload your plate. Email should be the first place that you look, because you can literally free up hours per day to take that weight off of your shoulders. So I hope to see you over at Email for Busy People. So that concludes today's episode of the Busyness TV show, and I hope by now you're starting to understand the challenges and really the hidden sabotage that email has. Even though it's societally accepted and it's something that just comes with business or with life in general, following the herd, managing email the way everyone else manages email is cutting you off at the knees. It's sabotaging your ability to be productive, and it's thrusting you into busyness. There is an alternative. There's an alternative way. It's not the norm. People may look at you weird. People may ask you, what are you doing that for? But at the end of the day, I can tell you, it just removes a weight from your shoulder. It opens up your mind to be creative. It opens up your mind to spend more time with your family. It opens up your time to do whatever it is you'd like to do, or to produce more revenue through your business by focusing on revenue generating activities, on and on and on. So I'd like to thank you for watching. I challenge you to take on email for busy people. Manage email like the unbusy do. Take that step towards an unbusy lifestyle. And I'd like to invite you back next Thursday and every Thursday for new episodes of the Busyness TV show. Register by visiting busyness.com or visit us at facebook.com/busyness TV. I'm Dr. Brad Semp, aka the Busyness Doctor, and I'll see you here next week, same time. Take care and bye-bye.